All right, let's talk about something that I know a lot of you have felt, but maybe couldn't quite put your finger on. It's that weird feeling of struggling with English, even when you know, deep down, that you're actually pretty good at it. Today, we're going to break down what I call the final reframe. So let's just get right to it. You speak English well. I mean, you've put in the hours, you've done the work, you can handle some really complex conversations, so why does it still feel so unbelievably hard sometimes? This question, right here, is what this is all about.
Well, here's the thing, and the answer might actually surprise you. It's not about your skill. It's not some grammar rule you missed or a vocabulary list you didn't memorize. It's all about your understanding of what you're actually going through. That feeling? It isn't a sign that you're failing. It's actually a sign that you are leveling up.
Now, to really get that, first we have to take apart the story that so many of us tell ourselves, the one I call the old story of failure. Okay, does this one sound familiar? If my English were good enough, this wouldn't happen. That's that little voice, that inner critic that just loves to pop up the second you stumble or pause for a word. It's working on this completely false idea that perfect is the only way to be competent.
Or how about this one? I need to fix something. This thought turns you into a mechanic for your own brain, right? You're constantly looking under the hood, trying to find some broken part, totally convinced there's a huge flaw that you have to repair immediately.
And then, oh man, there's this one. Especially right before a big meeting or a presentation, I'm not ready yet. It's that feeling of just not being enough, that little whisper telling you you're not prepared for the high-stakes moment that, well, you're already in. So here's the deal. These beliefs, they're not just harmless thoughts, they are actively working against you. They take completely normal, everyday things, like pausing to think, and they twist them into hard proof that you're failing. They make you misread the data of your own life.
But what if we've been reading that data all wrong? What if it's not a story about failure at all, but a story about a transition? Let's look at what's really going on.
Okay, this is it. This is the key. What you're feeling is not a problem that needs to be solved. It's a transition. It's not a warning sign that something is wrong. It's a signal that you are moving forward into a totally new phase of your journey.
And here's the heart of it. For years, you were in the learning English phase. Think of it like a flight simulator. It's controlled, it's safe, it's predictable. But now you're in the using English under real conditions phase. You're actually flying the plane, and the rules of the game have completely changed.
And this new reality comes with a whole new dashboard of things to manage. Suddenly, you're dealing with observation. Yeah, people are listening to you. There's real pressure, you know? There's unpredictability that you can never truly prepare for. And there are even these identity shifts, like, who even am I in this language? These aren't signs of weakness.
So let's just put it out there, plain and simple. The old belief sees all these challenges as a sign of weakness. The new reality? It's a sign that your English has graduated. It has officially left the classroom and is now out in the real world. That is a massive, massive step forward, not a step back.
This brings us to a much more powerful way to define fluency at this level. We have to understand that true, advanced fluency, it's really all about resilience.
Okay, lean in for this one. Because if you only take one thing away from our chat today, I want it to be this.
Your English didn't fail, it adapted. In those moments when you felt slower or less articulate or under pressure, your language system wasn't breaking down. No way. It was adjusting. It was recalibrating. It was growing to meet the demands of the real world. That's not failure. That is sophistication.
So, we have to throw out that old definition of fluency. It's not about some kind of perfect, robotic smoothness. Advanced fluency is about resilience. It's about how you handle the messy, imperfect, real moments that you'll never find in a textbook.
So what does that resilience actually look like? Well, it's the ability to keep talking even when you know you just messed up. It's how fast you can recover when your mind goes blank for a second. It's having the guts to speak even when you're not 100% certain. And maybe the most important one, it's the skill of just staying present, staying in the game, even when you feel that pressure building up.
So what does all this mean for you right now? Well, it means you get a new identity. And it all comes down to asking yourself a completely different and, frankly, a much more advanced question.
Just think about this shift for a second. For years, you were probably asking, is my English good enough? That's a question of validation. You're asking for a grade. But this reframe lets you ask something so much more powerful. How does my English behave under pressure? That's not a question about judgment. That's a question about curiosity and observation and strategy.
And this, right here, is the crucial takeaway. That second question, the one about behavior, not about worthiness. That is the question of an advanced user. The moment you start asking it, it means you've already arrived. You're no longer trying to fix a problem. You're operating at a higher level. The question is no longer if, but how, and that changes absolutely everything.